Air ice on deck, but all the guiding efforts had left these two players here into grand finals of regular Bairs 371. And with their guiding efforts on the sights of the crown tonight, who will end up on the end of the road, seeing that illustrious crown being donned upon their heads? Will it be DTP on loser's side, or winner's side rather, or MPG? We'll see here in these first interactions right now going the way of MPG pretty solidly. And again, that escaping pressure of the platforms, you know, sort of cut off halfway by it being a small battlefield. So not a whole lot of sharking attempts on stage from DTP, but again, we saw how aggressive and threatening he could be with those aerial combos, so no platform needed to put the fear of God into MPG, as he has just answered right back, nearly tied it all up before that back air claimer. Going to give MPG advantage here, but with the Magic Ball thing's going to pressure MPG on that ledge as well. We'll see if MPG can keep it up, or will the efforts of DTP's aerial combos and magic be able to surmount the PR? But oh my word, what a combo! Tallying up 69 damage all told, even though DTP was able to get the stock claim at the end of all things there. Just piled on the damage in just a few short, maybe not even like seconds, maybe it was just one solid second. And just MPG left us all baffled, and he is just, you know, now that's standard. That's a Tuesday for me. And now DTP again, I keep using the term, but left to pick up the pieces as he felt the brunt of that combo and is finally collecting himself here, playing that mid game a lot more, utilizing a lot more of the magic projectiles to sort of keep that beast that is MPG at bay for a little while longer, to get the assured movement in and get those aerial combos started. But MPG not giving him a whole lot of options to do just that. Finally gets the projectile, or platform assisted rather, little shove out on MPG there. And MPG being a little scared, retreating to that shield. And just, wow, throwing out nearly all three magic options while he was recovering. Just why you cannot count out Sora's recovery, even though he is very light and that side B is somewhat telegraphed. He could pop out of it at any moment here. Let's see. Silencing it with back air, that tried and true back air. MPG, you know, it carried him all the way through loser's side and will continue to aid his efforts, at least in this round one.
Hey everybody, it's me, Twan, aka Angiris, and with me is Mini Boss, and we are in grand finals of Codename Bairs.
Yes, sir. An insane turnout the way that DTP is sitting on winner's side here, so it's going to be very, very unexpected. If you were making bets on this, I'm sorry to say, but nothing is set in stone tonight. So
no, this is the ultimate March Madness bracket because DTP is definitely the Cinderella team to get through this bracket and make it to grand finals of this tournament. But can he close it out against MPG? That is the question.
MPG just, you know, letting DTP feel the full brunt of that back air assault that kept him pinned to that left side, but clawing back right now is DTP. Trying to find some semblance of an aerial hit to get his own combo started, but no purchase found, nothing going his way. Even with the counter cutting through all the projectiles that MPG is throwing out, he cannot surmount all of them, but a little rush assistance there sort of gets MPG on edge, and without that crash bomb, it would have led to a lot more, but basically all told, with the way that Rush was utilized and with the way MPG was advancing early on. We're going toe-to-toe here on percentages.
Oh, man.
Wow, calling out that side. Yeah, that side B, again, relatively telegraphed for the top players when you can call out that up smash.
Yeah, Sora's recovery is very slow when coming back. So if you can find a way to scout it out and really intercept it before like he's able to come back, you could get a free edge guard a lot of the time. Really great pickup from MPG in that regard.
But DTP free to just float out there and challenge MPG's recovery efforts.
Oh, no.
Dear God, he nearly got the stock claim off that one.
And that's what makes MPG such a dangerous player. He can convert off these little situations like that and just make it to a bigger punish than anticipated.
But he already had one of those combos in round 1, and he's still pulling them out. It's just, you know, pick a day out of the year, let alone a week, and MPG has a combo for it. But DTP finally getting a beefy aerial hit in the skies, finally sending MPG out up on his first stock and now into his second. And MPG recognizing that he cannot let up on DTP. The man has run a gauntlet on winner's side. And MPG needs to be at the top of his game to answer back tonight because he needs 6 wins all told in order to get it for himself. So he cannot underestimate DTP at all, not one iota.
Nope. DTP is one of those players you can't really underestimate to begin with. I mean, he's just crazy good at just mounting up a big lead and just making the most of every interaction he could get.
Yeah.
Like here. Like, he was getting those noob combos with the Nair. Really great stuff from DTP there, and he's trying to get himself a comeback in this game. But remember, getting a comeback on MPG is no easy feat, especially when you consider that MPG's strongest asset of his gameplay is his patented advantage state.
Absolutely, yeah, and the way that DTP has been, you know, not every night, but most often unchallenged at the Tuesdays That Local John efforts. And MPG certainly says TLJ. What's that? Another acronym? I've taken down bigger acronyms than you before. TLJ wins mean nothing to me as he gets that round win on DTP. 1 win away from potentially getting those first 3 wins to get that reset round. That is a huge thing to get under your belt and is certainly needed for, again, how we're propping up DTP tonight.
Yeah, DTP, great player, but he can't get in his own head in this situation. Like,
oh, yeah.
He really can't just like think that just because he won the first set that he has it all figured out. MPG's a player that he's really good at just picking up on your like weaknesses and just picking them apart one by one and just making you pay for it.
I mean, DTP is used to the top 8s, top 4s over at the block at That Local John, but he is not, I shouldn't say he's not running anymore.
God.
He seems at home right now as he gets a 80% combo on our number 1. I was going to say he's not used to a regular Bairs top 8 or top 4, but he just found his home very, very quickly.
And that's the thing on DTP, he just makes the most of these little situations and just turns that into big percentage every time. Oh, but MPG trying to hit him with Yoinky Spoinky.
I'll never get used to that. I know I'm old man screaming on my porch when I hear that Yoinky Spoinky bull, but on the other side of things, MPG does get the stock claim, but 108 is certainly gonna benefit DTP as efforts as he goes full extent on that challenge, even with Crash Bomb.
And he still made it back.
Yeah, I mean, that is Sora for you, but like, even with, he was going full press there because MPG was drifting back as far as he could, and DTP still went out there. And finally getting that aerial hit. Finally
so
getting that stock claim. Oh, yeah.
They're both so good. And I mean, it's grand finals couldn't have been any other way between these two. They're just so amazing at this game and so talented at just the little things, you know? Like, sometimes not a lot of people like really, so they like to look at the bigger picture, but they don't really like to look at the little things. These players are really good at looking at the little things of this game, taking advantage of each and every interaction and just making the most of it.
Absolutely, yeah. Especially when you factor in their character prowess. Like, MPG, certainly probably the best Mega Man in the US, arguably the world. There are certain contenders out there. And DTP, I mean, he's no world contender. There are plenty of Soras out there. that might fit that bill better, but he's making his efforts known right now, and he certainly seems very well practiced in those Sora combos, and here they are! Just, again, just showing the full prowess of what he has practiced and put it in the work, and it will pay off, even though that stock claim went the way of MPG. 71 damage chalked on, and one stock claim gets you even on #1 PR. That is what practice and effort into this game looks like.
Yeah. If you put in the work, you could definitely go far. It's just all up to you.
Trying to get a counter advancement in there, but MPG keeping his projectiles low.
And here's the problem. DTP can't get the stock.
Double bounce outward. Okay. That was very a harrowing situation for both players. DTP could have carried out a combo, gotten a lot more damage on, and certainly swung things his way, but we know MPG's down air could have silenced that effort even more quickly.
Definitely.
So, definitely scary situation. Able to dodge, double dodge. That was insane.
Wow.
And getting the stock claim off of it. 1, 2, 3. Counting your lucky stars. There are three more of them in the sky for DTP.
Oh, you know what happens when you wish upon a star, right?
Makes no difference who you are.
Exactly.
All right. And now just, I love the bravado. That is certainly, obviously, in the situation what you need, but he needs to get one chalked up for himself to have a hope of, even if this does go reset. Great drift back again from DTP, realizing that the back air was
most definitely coming.
Ready and waiting, yes, absolutely. And just circumventing the ground control that DTP was looking to keep a hold of. Wow, just cut through the Metal Blade throwdown and was able to get a combo to get back some with stage control.
Back air. Take it.
And those percentages, that is, again, just pulled out of pocket any second of any round. And unfortunately came out at that second, and the round and the set, at least on winner's side, will go the way MPG. We're getting sent down to dead-ass finals and losers.
Oh, man, this is just... I can only imagine the swirl of emotions that are going through DTP's head right now. You know, you beat him the first time, you must be feeling really good. But then the second time, it's like, this first set didn't really go exactly as planned. What do you think could be going through the head of DTP, and how can he get his mind back on track so that he can beat MPG? That's a question that we will find out later tonight as we're on the second set.
And again, this pick being DTP's, I think they started out on this stage though, so I think DTP had probably stage picks all around throughout that set, and MPG was just running a clinic, at least for a couple burst combos that he had against DTP. But, you know, he's sort of mitigating that factor right now. MPG not finding a whole lot of Metal Blade conversions that into the footstool that MPG's known for. So DTP, you know, throwing out a lot more of a wall of aerial hits that's just keeping that option away from MPG's ability right now. And right now, charging in Blizzaga.
DTP is so strong in neutral. Like, his neutral is like one of the more refined out of all the Philly players that I've seen. Like, he just has such a grasp of the game that like not a lot of people in this region seem to have, and that's just what makes him such a wonderful player. But be careful, you might get taken off the top if you're not careful.
Right now, music pick. I love the music pick from DTP. Let me show you just what I'm made of, but 113 chopped on. He is certainly, even though the stock situation not going his way, just popped out of the Blizzaga. Oh, man.
Oh, no.
Try to use down air to get back. Yeah. But he has to be very, very careful at higher percents. I mean, with a fully raged Mega Man, you got to be careful when you do that, too. Finally, up B on stage, going to take out 55 damage. You know, again.
Not bad.
Yeah. Sora can get again, a burst like 60 combo and even this right back up. Much like we're seeing right about now. Flame Blade gonna silence that chalk up to 50, but again, MPG realizing that he cannot sleep on DTP right now. Great little side beat conversion to keep that the far away gameplay status in check. But that is MPG's home, certainly with the more poised projectiles in
And
his
Mega
toolkit.
Man, yeah. Mega Man is such an agitating character to mitigate around
Oh, yeah.
because of those pellets. Those pellets are just the name of the game and shutting DTP's approaches down and forcing him to come to him.
Man, it's not fair that he can walk around with them. Like, you can jab walk. That's not
A little
fair.
ridiculous.
Just say
A little ridiculous.
Leave it at that. And Crash Bomb not going to give DTP ability to challenge MPG off that left side.
Oh,
my word!
You get caught sleeping and you pay the ultimate price.
Who knew that robots could sleep, but we're being proved wrong in all aspects here. As we have just swung this to a one-all situation. DTP, a beautiful shield break leading to this toe-to-toe situation that we see before us.
But here's the problem. Once MPG gets into advantage, he just steamrolls and gets such a large lead.
Oh, yeah. Again,
Like
back air.
94% to 35. This is just
Oh,
looking all types of ugly, and MPG takes that game.
I mean, he certainly recognized that DTP was picking up steam, so Mega Man just answered back in earnest. That was just beautiful the way that MPG, you know, like we thought he was dialed to 11 already. He has a 12 indicator there.
Oh my god, yeah.
Oh my
Maybe
gosh.
a 13. Like,
We might see that later on tonight. Let's see if DTP can answer back. As we do go back to Hollow Bastion, I was talking about Ice on Deck before. I was questioning taking Mega Man to this stage because if you just, you know, the way that MPG has been locking down stage control in a lot of interactions between these two players and characters, if he just sets up shop underneath that platform, you're never going to see him again, and he can still challenge you while still residing in his house underneath there.
exactly. But right now, MPG having a big lead. That advantage state is what he's known for around here. Oh, the leash shield. Such an annoying projectile.
Yeah, I mean, that's sort of what we saw against Josh the
Oh,
Gamer, the way
lordy.
that MPG utilized the lead shield to get back on him every time off of ledge. And it's just second verse, same as the first, essentially, on how he's utilizing it here. Went full commit to that edge guard, and MPG... Oh my,
What a
call
kill.
out of Rush? How do you call out Rush into Thundog? Are you serious?
DTP's just built different. What can I say?
Oh my word.
The man is just built different.
And still not letting up, just even up B. Like, he's nearly lapped. I was like trying to adjust my eyes, and now Mega Man blinking, you miss it, already has 77 damage on, even though MPG has the stop lane here. Just DTP has just been revitalized. A new fire has been lit underneath his seat, and he says, all right, it's go time. MPG again retreating to that that underneath platform
Oh my god.
What? No way!
He just makes Sora look like you can't escape.
Oh my word.
But
I
be
mean,
careful. Be careful for those up airs.
Yeah, in both those interactions though, like MPG was in control, and it was off one errant hit, the way that DTP just stole control like that. So much like we say about MPG blinking, you'll miss it, DTP is sort of learning how to take that away from MPG right now.
Yeah, taking a little page off MPG's book. This
Counters.
is just what makes MPG so good, though. He's very creative. He flows like water.
I love the Bruce Lee quote, yeah.
He just, the way he ebbs and flows for each stock is just very, very impressive.
Crash Bomb on, has to be pinned to shield. Advantage MPG, but he cannot find it through that air dodge.
I feel like this is now or never for DTP. He really needs this win.
He certainly needs at least a combo, yes. Does get stage control. Here's his chance. MPG's putting out a flood of hurt boxes. And MPG retreating back to stage and then realizing, you know, he's not the one staring down 135 to 52. So DTP has to be the cautious one on how he advances. MPG just going to let him do it because he's projectile king.
Oh, that back air again.
Wow, through the platform again, yes, and another round for MPG. Can we see him get the unanswered 6-0 swing, or will DTP, like we saw with a couple stock claims there, will he be, again, a new fire lit inside of him? Maybe he'll carry it through. Maybe it was just the spark that we saw there, and maybe now the fires are roaring bright for DTP. We'll find out, at least in this set here.
All it takes is one spark. And one spark is really all it takes to like really steamroll yourself into like getting a big lead. But we'll see if DTP can use that spark or will it fizzle out. We'll find out in this game.
Going back to Hollow Bastion.
I don't agree with this, but
I mean, I understand why DTP picked this. Like, of all the rounds that we saw in this entire grand final set, he's, you know, he had a couple of pivotal stock claims on Hollow Bastion, so
that's true.
Maybe that's why he, you know, is sort of feeling the momentum and the advantage on the stage. But again, I just think that projectile-heavy characters are just too well at home here. And right now, just DTP has not been able to lock down on the main stage, or the center stage of main, rather. And even though he's doing so right now, he's, you know, giving MPG a run for his money in terms of how he's going to land, how he's going to get back underneath that platform, and on top of that platform, of all things, will give that first stock claim the way of DTP.
Yeah, DTP really needs to like dig a little deeper and really find like who he is. Yeah. But man, that stock was just not what he needed.
I mean, the way that Sora's used that side B as the finishing factor on how they get back to the ledge, it was certainly nearly all telegraphed.
A little too telegraphed for MPG, you know. You can't really get away with that when you're on MPG's level.
But right now, 65-9 on percentages. DTP, wow, drag down on the aerial hit will give MPG a disadvantageous situation as he is now relegated to this right side of ledge, and with grab, down smash, too committal with that. We saw that a couple times before in earlier DTP sets. He's just been whiffing and sort of, you know, not benefiting off of a down smash commit. So,
and did you notice, like, he picked up the metal blade as he was comboing? That could have made all the difference and probably would have mitigated some of that percentage to not normally be on him.
Yep. Now 83% off of that, again, platform carrying combo. Again, DTP seemingly sitting on top in this round, but again, I gotta stop saying when DTP's off stage, that down air is always the linchpin in the stock claims for MPG. This is just...
Down air is the name of the game right now for MPG.
You hear the exasperation in my voice. It's just because we keep seeing it. Oh, my word. Okay, yes, recover mid, but MPG was aware of it that time.
And this is where MPG
and now
gets
he
scary.
has to recover low. No, he does recover mid with the side B. Okay.
This is where MPG comes really hard to beat. When he's just in your face, just throwing those pellets at your face.
Yeah.
And DTP can't set up shop. He can't have time to think.
No, MPG realized that movement, MPG just realized that the movement was all that he needed to get one up against DTP.
And also just drowning him in attacks.
Yeah, DTP could not peg him down with the, just again, the serpentining movement and the way that DTP has to go, you know, he does have combos, but he's sort of, even in the air, he's, you know, swinging out in one position, one